Is this in high def?
Yeah, what?
Great. Because you're going to be able to see all my wrinkles.
Okay, go.
Hi everyone, welcome to Blind Life. So a question that I've been getting from the very beginning of my being on MasterChef is that really you tweeting on the other end? How do you use your email? Is that really you on Facebook? Am I really messaging with Christine? So a lot of things that people who have vision don't understand about visually impaired people is we're still able to use technology and computers just the same with just a little bit of adaptation, just like how I cook in the kitchen. So I will show you all a little bit today about what my daily life is like with technology and how I use that to do my work. So today we're in my home office. This is where I do a majority of my daily work, a lot of administrative stuff, taking care of the bills, answering fan mail, doing my social media, and of course writing, the other thing that I do besides cooking. So here's the laptop that I use every day, and this thing I love. It's a MacBook Air, so it's super light. I think it's 11 inches, so it's really light. I carry this with me everywhere I go for all of the keynote speeches I do and a lot of the speaking engagements and cooking demonstrations, because I have my speech notes on here, the recipes that I'm going to demonstrate, all those sorts of things are on my MacBook Air. So I use this all the time. And there's what I love about Apple. My husband's a huge techie, so he introduced me to Apple. He's a big Apple fanboy, and what I really love about it is that it has a built-in function called VoiceOver, and that helps the visually impaired. It's like a screen reader, so it reads everything aloud to me. So I'll show you exactly how I use email. So I'm opening my email, and it's all keyboard functions, so I don't need to find where the mouse cursor is. It's just all keyboard functions. So I use something to open up my email, just a keyboard function to open up my email. And I'm going to email my husband John and ask him what he wants for dinner. Now I'm sending with also another keyboard command. And I know my computer speaks really fast, and a lot of people, when they hear it, they're like, how do you understand everything? It's like da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. But of course, when I first started using VoiceOver, I had to use it on a much lower speed because you're just still kind of getting used to how VoiceOver talks back to you. But now, to save time, of course, I sped it up to the point where I can still understand it, but it saves me time. All right, so let's see if he replies back.
All right, here's Christine's email. It says, hey, what do you want for dinner? Okay. I'm going to reply back. I won't say it out loud.
Come on, slow
Okay.
typer.
I sent it off.
Oh, John's replied. Let's see what he said. He says, I would like some delicious medium rare steak. So that's how fast my computer reads it. Let's hear it again. I would like some delicious medium rare steak. But for me, I can understand it, but not a lot of people can. So that's how I use my email. This is also where I do my writing, my creative writing. I write my recipes, and I write my keynote speech notes or whatever. And then for Twitter and Facebook, I actually use, guess what? My Apple iPhone. And this I like because I use the Facebook app and the Twitter app, or actually I use a Hootsuite app that I can, since I have 3 different Twitter accounts, I use all 3 in one. The dog is like, does that matter?
No, that's fine.
My dog is like scratching herself, so you can hear the tags. But I use the apps, and that makes it really easy too. So I'll show you the phone. So since it's touchscreen, I also use VoiceOver on the phone, and that's how I can use this very similarly to using the MacBook. So here's my phone. You can see the apps that I use. So I use an app called Pages to manage my Facebook fan page. So I'm opening that up by double tapping with my finger.
Insights. Hosts by others. Christine Ha, Master Chef 3, 1 hour ago. Cooler and me, Vietnamese street food style crab tossed in tamarind
So this is a post that I just recently posted.
Back button. Text field.
So let's say I want to comment back.
Lee Cromwell commented. Text field. Text field. Capital T. H A A N N K K S F O R 4 L I K O N delete O I N N G G like N Y Y Y R E C C I P E more exclamation mark recipe.
So that says.
Lee Cromwell button. Lee Cromwell. Thanks for liking my recipe. 5
So
seconds.
you could tell that it may seem like I could see because I didn't make that many mistakes while typing. I did make one mistake, but what it is just muscle memory. I know my phone very well. I've had the iPhone for quite some time. So my thumbs just automatically know where most of the letters are, so I was able to type. It is a little bit slower because I do have to hear the feedback so I know what letter I really pressed, but I can text and type and everything just like the rest of them. So
Pages bullet. Hootsuite.
we'll go to the app I use called Hootsuite to read my Twitter, and I actually sent out a few minutes ago a tweet to everyone, all of my fans on my Twitter accounts, asking for some questions for the FAQ section. I said I was currently filming a Blind Life episode, and if they have any questions to tweet it to me, and I'll read them aloud on the episode and answer them. So let's see what people have asked. So now I'm in the app that I use for all of my Twitter accounts, so let's see what people have asked.
Mentions.
So you can see that how I read is I'm swiping either to the left or the right on the screen, and that basically takes the voiceover cursor to the next item or the previous item. So in order to read the tweets, I'll swipe my thumb to the right and it scrolls down.
Locate button. Finland Cook December 29th.
So I'm reading the Blind Cook Twitter account right now, so let's see what the first question is.
December 29th, 3:30 p.m. Dan posted at Finland Cook. I heard that Ray Charles judged a woman's attractiveness by holding her wrist. Have you developed any unique attractions?
So the first question is from someone named Dan, and he said, I heard Ray Charles judges a woman's attractiveness by the feel of her wrist. Have you developed any...
December 29th, 3:30 p.m. Dan posted at Finland Cook. I heard that Ray Charles judged a woman's attractiveness by holding her wrist. Have you developed any unique attractions?
Have you developed any unique attractions? That's an interesting question. I'm not sure if they're asking whether I feel someone else's wrists or face or whatever, or if I have my own. I actually don't feel people's faces to see what they look like, because a lot of people don't like other people touching their face. I think for myself, I don't really know. That's probably a question you would have to ask my husband. So someone with the name Orlitsky asked, what is one thing people are surprised to find out about me? I think my friends all generally know this, but I think fans are surprised when they find out I'm super witty, I hope, and really funny and goofy. I'm actually a very goofy person, and I really don't cry that much. I cried a lot on MasterChef, but it was very stressful, but on a day-to-day basis, I am not a big crier at all. So L.E. Morgan asked, do I have a guide dog? No, I don't. Maybe in the future I would love to have one, but I do not right now. So L.E. Morgan also asked me what are the biggest hurdles I've had to overcome after losing my vision. Obviously learning how to cook and learning to be independent as a visually impaired person. I think probably the largest hurdle is accepting that loss of independence and accepting the fact that my vision was gone. So someone named Jason asked me, how's my life changed since winning MasterChef? I'm doing videos like this, episodes like Blind Life, and people actually watch and tune in and are interested. I travel a lot and do keynote addresses and cooking demos. I have a TV show in Canada called Four Senses. A lot of people recognize me in the airports especially, so my life has sort of done a 180.
What inspired you?
So the last question is from
December 29th, 3:10 p.m. RJ Urbano posted at
RJ Urbano, or at least that's how my voiceover is pronouncing it. And this person said, my mom has the chance of losing her eyesight. What did you do to cope with your vision loss, and what inspired you? I would say that it's always hard to lose your vision or to accept any sort of disability or incapability about yourself. And I think what really helped me is just to have a good support network around me of friends and family and doctors and community, and just to learn to wallow in self-pity for just a small amount of time, like 5 minutes every day, 10 minutes every day, whatever it is. But once that time is up, really to realize that the world doesn't stop for you, and that if you can either be a part of this world that keeps moving or completely remove yourself. And for me, I chose to try to become a part of it again, assimilate myself back in the world, and learn to do things a different way, and just use what sort of gifts or that God has given me, or what sort of just circumstances that I've been placed in to try to make the world a better place and to help other people. So I think that sort of thing and was what helped me along. And dealing with my mom's passing away when I was younger, and knowing what her life was like and what my parents went through to help me have a better life is also what inspired me. So that's it for today, everyone. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments section if you have any questions or comments, or if you want to see anything in future episodes. And I will, quote, see you next time. Demonstrations, because I have my speech notes on here. The recipes that I'm going to demonstrate, all those sorts of things are on my MacBook Air. So I use this all the time. And there's what I love about Apple. My husband's a huge techie, so he introduced me to Apple. He's a big Apple fanboy, and what I really love about it is this in high def.
Yeah, what?
Great, because you're going to be able to see all my wrinkles.
Okay, go.
Hi everyone, welcome to Blind Life. So a question that I've been getting from the very beginning of my social media, and of course writing, the other thing that I do besides cooking. So here's the laptop that I use every day, and this thing I love. It's a MacBook Air, so it's super light. I think it's 11 inches, so it's really light. I carry this with me everywhere I go for all of the keynote speeches I do and a lot of the speaking engagements and cooking demos. Being on MasterChef is that really you tweeting on the other end? How do you use your email? Is that really you on Facebook? Am I really messaging with Christine? So a lot of things that people who have vision don't understand about visually impaired people is we're still able to use technology and computers just the same, with just a little bit of adaptation, just like how I cook in the kitchen. So I will show you all a little bit today about what my daily life is like with technology and how I use that to do my work. So today we're in my home office. This is where I do a majority of my daily work, a lot of administrative stuff, taking care of the bills, answering fan mail, doing my social